Hey guys, what's going on? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. I got another video for you guys here today. Before we get started with today's video, if you guys could do me a solid down below, make sure to leave a like on this video. It doesn't take too long to do. It helps the channel out so much in the algorithm. On top of that, while you're at it, if you're new, I would recommend subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. And hit the notification bell while you're at it, so you don't miss out on new content when it drops. Because I know YouTube can be stupid like that. So, this is going to be a huge year for Randy Gregory. For those that haven't been really following or unfamiliar with where he's at right now, so he's in the last year of his contract. The Cowboys gave him a 2-year extension when he got reinstated, so he played 2020, and here we go into 2021, and, he's on the precipice of turning 30, so you kind of have to really think, and odds are this is probably his last year, but is there a possibility he could end up being a key contributor on this defense? Is this going to be a breakout year for him? Well, if we take a look at how he's been, going in terms of his career, it's really hard to tell. I'm taking a look at his stats right here, and I understand that stats don't tell the whole story. I want that to be emphatically clear. I understand that Randy has his, he had his personal demons, and thank goodness he was reinstated by the league, because I really wanted to see, as much as it was a pain to see him keep getting suspended over and over again. I want to see this dude succeed. And you look at how he has progressed ever since he entered the league. 2018 being his best year on record with 6 sacks, and he played in 14 games. My thing is he didn't start in any of those games. He so far only started 1 game in his entire career, and that was in 2018. Now, the thing is we don't know exactly what a full season, if he starts at that position fully for the entire year, Randy Gregory is going to look like. But considering we have a guy in Dan Quinn who's a hands-on type of guy, he could possibly put Randy in the best situation possible to succeed. We do not know. But going off of last year, and I understand the defense was horrific last year, in 10 games that he played, didn't start in any of them, he had 3.5 sacks. So, I just think that if Randy wants to stay on this team, I think that the Cowboys really need to get something out of him. I understand that he's a guy that's coming back from, what's been going on. 2020 was his first year back. You need to do something, and it's not like it's costing the Cowboys anything. When you look at what he's getting paid, he's getting paid like $1 million. So if you're Dallas, it's not like, you are worried about paying him a whole lot. I think my bet would be you just try to get the most you can out of Randy Gregory, but and see what happens. So I look at, where he could fit, and I think that, with DeMarcus Lawrence being on one side of the defensive line, I think it really depends on what Dan Quinn has planned. I can't say for 110% that Randy's going to play on this side or Randy's going to play on that side. We don't know, because for all we know, maybe someone comes in like, I don't know, like Chauncey Golston or some other player and does better than him. And considering that these guys come in with these edge rushers and stuff like that to compete, Randy really has to show out, because there's no guarantee that he's going to be on this team next year. He's not from, he wasn't drafted by this coaching staff. I understand he was drafted years ago, but again, we need to see what Randy can do. And I think he's going to do fine this year. Do I think he's going to have like 12 sacks? No. I think he has the potential to be, if we look back at 2019, like a Robert Quinn type of impact. You have a guy on the other side of, oh my God, you have another guy on the other side of DeMarcus Lawrence. I just completely forgot he was on the team for a second. But you have a guy in, when we brought in Robert Quinn, and he had the year he had because of, you having DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side. And, just his pass rushing skills are fantastic. And listen, Randy has great pass rushing skills. You know, he's a natural pass rusher. You know, he's the most talented one on the team, bar none. I'm a firm believer in that. You know, we've said that for years. And I think that if he reaches his full potential and manages to start most of these games and he has no issues, I think he can put up 6 to 10 sacks if all things go well. It really comes down to this Dan Quinn scheme, and I don't want to go on forever for this video considering the fact that, you know, it's kind of a given, like, what's going to happen. I don't think Randy's coming back unless it's on a cheap, like, we want you as a backup type of deal. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys gave him like a $3 million, $5 million deal to be, you know, around. I wouldn't be shocked by that. But if you're Dallas, you need to make sure you're going to get something from this guy if you're really considering resigning him. And that's just the brutal, honest truth, you know. Yeah, I think if Randy, you know, if the cards in his deck play out, he could definitely be looking at getting a big contract next year. And what I mean by a big contract, I'm not saying like this big $20 million contract. I mean like something between, you know, $5 to $10 million if everything works out. So, like I said, I don't want to drag this on forever, but I want to pose this question to you guys down below in the comment section. How do you think a guy like Randy Gregory will do in 2021, given the circumstances that the Cowboys are in with their defense? Do you think that Randy's going to show up and show out? Do you think that there's going to be another player that takes the spotlight from him? Who knows? You know, you have a bunch of guys there, and Dan Quinn might be, you know, cooking something up. So, we'll see. So, before I go, thank you so much for reaching the end of this video. If you guys could, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. And shout out to all my channel members. If you would like to become a part of this list, you can hit the join button down below and help support the channel even further. So without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.